Namaste, friends. My name is Sharonda. Welcome to India's House 930 yoga class. Shall we begin in our comfortable seated position? Whether you are sitting on your tailbone, crossing at the ankles, whether you pull one foot into the groin and place the other heel on top of it, or my personal pick and preference is Vajrasana. Wherever you are, you choose your position that suits you best, and always remember to honor your body and take care of yourself during the class. As you find your position, bring your hands to Namaskara Asana. Relax the elbows on the side of the body. Place the thumb in the center of the heart. Slowly close your eyes. Make sure your spine is completely vertical by reaching your head away from your tailbone and relaxing the tops of the shoulders from the ears. Take a breath here in through the nose and out of the nose. We'll begin with our starting prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadi Tamastu Matvit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take an inhale in through the nose and exhale out of the nose. Rub the palms together, make them warm. Place the hands on the face, massaging the face, the chin, the top of the neck, top of the shoulders. Then bring the hands behind the back. The left hand grabs the right wrist. Lean the chest up, looking up. And then exhale, head to the floor to acknowledge the teachers past, present, and future. To acknowledge the people who are in your life and to acknowledge yourself as a beacon of light. Inhale, come to vertical. Lifting the chest, placing the hands on top of the knees with the palms facing the ceiling. Drop your chin slightly. Open your eyes with a couple of blinks looking towards your fingers. And return your head to vertical with a gentle smile. We'll start seated today. Extend your feet so that the soles of the feet touch the floor. Bring your hands behind the back and just drop your knees to the right side. Turn your chest to the left. Place your hand in front of your right knee. Then drop your knees to the left. Let your knees go to the left side. Turn your chest to the left for a twist. Inhale, palms behind the hips. Then they come to the right side. Exhale. Inhale, palms behind the hips. Go to the left side on your exhale. One more time, each side. Pause on your exhale. And then inhale forward. And then to the left side. And then extend forward. Make your feet as wide as your mat or wider than your hips so that you feel like your feet are in a wide angle, kind of like the letter V. This is not important as wide as you can get because I do not want you to strain or hurt the groin muscles. So you spread your legs as wide as comfortable for you. You honor your body always, very, very important. You take care of yourself, more important. Take your hands, place your hands in front of the body, reach them away from the chest. As you reach them away from the chest, Reach the body forward to the right. Bring the hands to the right foot. Up. Over your head to the left. Forward. Right. Up. Left. Forward. Right. Up. Left. One more time. And then pause at your forward. Now reverse to the left. Up. Right. Center. Left. Up. Right. Center. Left. Up. Right. And center. And up. Interlace the fingers. Extend the hands to the sky. Lean the chest to the right. Pushing the hands away from the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. And then float the hands beside the body. Place the hands outside the hips. And then extend the feet forward for your Dandasana Pose. Get a sense of lengthening the spine here by pressing to the hands, reaching the elbows back, looking forward. Maybe you wiggle the toes a couple of times. Spread the toes if you can. Think about if you spread your toes by spreading the big toe away from the pinky toe, may have a greater chance of success. If not, that's okay. Now, ankle circles by turning the ankles out to the right. And then reverse. And then wiggle the toes once more in the center. And then you come gently to standing. As you come to your standing pose, let's work a little bit on your knees because we got the feet, we got the ankles. Place our hands on our hips. We bend our knees. And as you bend your knees, fold forward, then lift the chest. Inhale, fold forward, bend the knees. As you fold forward, lift the chest. Exhale, bend forward, lift the chest. Exhale, bend forward, and inhale, lift the chest last time. Now what I wanted to do was to step the knees together. Bend the knees, pretty please. Place the top of the hands on the top of the knees with the fingers facing the feet. Keep your chest lifted at all times. No slouching the back, no rounding of the shoulders, but your chest is up so that you can breathe. As you breathe in and out of the nose, bring your knees to the right a couple of times, ensuring that the knees get a full rotation. And now we reverse. Consciously breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Then we pause in the middle, straight arms and straight legs. Extend the arms out to the level of the shoulders. As usual, too high, too low, reaching the arms directly from the shoulders. As you reach your arms away from the shoulders, activate the arms by reaching the fingers away from the shoulders, firming up the palm. Wiggle the fingers a couple of times. And then if you started from the thumb, reverse the wiggle by starting from the pinky. Just for a little challenge here, just to see what is different. Now extend the palms fully, and then bend and flex the wrists by pointing your fingers towards the floor. Then towards the center, ceiling, center, floor, center, ceiling, center, and floor, and center. Now we make our fist by putting the thumb in the center of the palm, collapsing the fingers on top of the thumb. And then we circle our wrists to the right or back towards your wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Free the fingers by extending the hands. Now close the hand, face the hands towards me, the palms. And then open and close your hands by bringing the hands forward, pushing the palms together. And then inhale, extend the arms to the level of the shoulders, reaching the fingers apart. Exhale, close the hands, fingers touch together. Inhale, expand, reaching the fingers and the arms apart. Exhale, close the hands. Inhale, expand the fingers. Exhale, close the hands. And then inhale, expand the fingers. Now flip our palms to the sky. Now tap the top of the hands towards the top of the shoulders. Tap, extend, tap, extend, tap, extend, and tap, extend. Last one, extend and tap. Keep the tops of the fingers where they are. Now we'll rotate the shoulders by bringing the hands forward of the chest. The elbows reach forward. They reach up, back, and down. Forward, up, out, down. Forward, up, out, down. Forward, up, out, and down. Now keep them down, and then we reverse by down, out, up, forward, down, out, up, and forward, down, out, up, and forward, and down. Placing the hands on the hips, stepping the feet together, and then relaxing the arms down the side of the body for your Tadasana pose. Let's get, I'm just going to turn to my side so you can see me clearly. Let's get a sense of length, because spinal length and extension are very, very important. They make the postures easier, and they give you some ease. Now, let's think about our Tadasana here. As you're sitting with your Tadasana or standing with your Tadasana, you can stand with your feet together or slightly apart. When you're here, think about shifting your weight, or even you can take your two piece fingers, pushing your body weight more towards your heels. Once you have that, reach your chest up so you feel a lengthening or an expansion in the chest, and then relax the arms on the side of the body, and think about relaxing the tops of the shoulders down and reaching them away from each other. Feeling like these are your shoulder blades, feeling like they're going out towards the outside. When you're there, relax your fingers on the side of the body, look forward, slightly lift the chin so you feel the facial muscles relax, and just breathe, be here. Inhaling and exhaling. We inhale together and we exhale together. Now I'm going to face you, face me as well. Let's do a little breathing with our ankle stretch movements. We place the hands on top of our thighs with the fingers facing the feet. You can keep the feet slightly apart. You can keep them together or a little bit in the direction of your hips. I feel that a little bit closer together is a little bit more stable when you rise to your toes. As you inhale, the arms and the heels go up at the same time. And then exhale, we lower, same time. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, reaching. Exhale, lower. Calm the body and the mind. Inhale, focus on your breath. And exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale, pause. Now let's do a little bit of hand stretch breathing, interlacing the fingers in between each other. And as you interlace, place the hands on top of the heart. Relax the elbows on the side of the body. Get a true lengthening of your body, feeling like your spine you're as tall as you can possibly be, even taller. Reaching the head towards the ceiling. Shift that weight back into your heels, lift the chest up. And then as you inhale, you reach, extending the palms up to the sky. When the arms hit the side of the ears, you bend the elbows on the exhale. Completely placing the palms on top of the chest, relaxing out of it. Then inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Completely relax on the exhale. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Slowly float the hands down. Completely relax the elbows on the side of the body. Then release your arms for your Tadasana. Step your feet hip width apart. And the left hand grabs the right wrist. We slowly close our eyes. And we listen. We listen to our body. We feel our feet connected to your mat, to your floor. I feel my lower legs, my calf muscles. I feel what my knee is doing, the tops of the thighs, whether my hips are too forward, too back. Does my chest feel lifted? Are my shoulder blades relaxed? What about the top of my head? What about my facial muscles? Are they relaxed? We inhale together. And we exhale together. One more together. Inhale. And we exhale. Slowly drop the chin towards the chest. Look at the ground. And then look forward. Step your feet together. Let's just do a little rotation of the neck, placing the hands on the hips, relaxing the elbows or reaching the elbows back, and relaxing the shoulder blades. Be very cautious of your neck. Neck is very complicated. A lot of issues in the body arise from the neck, especially if we are hunched over computers all day, or we have a lot of tension, tension where the arms are up here. We want to relax our shoulder blades down the back. Place your hands on your waist. Now, we're going to take our head and we'll tilt our head to the right. Pause. Then look forward. Pause. Just deep breathing in and out of the nose. Then pause to the left. Center. Pause. Right. Pause. left, and then center, and then left. Pause, and then look center. Pause. Now let's turn our head to the right and the left. Turn our head to the right, gradually turn to the right. Pause, then forward. Pause, then left. Pause. Forward. Pause. Right. Pause. Left. Pause. Stay center, and then left. Pause. And then center. Pause. Now we're going to take our chin to our chest. So look up. Look chin to chest without straining the neck. Look up. Pause. Chin to the chest. Pause. Look up. Pause. Chin to chest. Pause. Look up. Pause. And chin to chest. Pause. And look forward. Extend the hands out to the level of the shoulder blades once more. Now let's do a little bit twisting. Forgive me, I have to step a little bit forward. You might not be able to see my feet, but my legs are hip width apart. And as you're here, reaching the arms away from the body, still keeping the arms in line with the shoulders. Too low, way too high. Right in line with the shoulders. We look forward, and as we exhale, we twist our body to the right, and look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, center, pause. Keep the arms very active. And then exhale to the right, pause. Inhale, pause. Exhale to the left, pause. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center, and exhale, left. And then pause. Relax the arms on the side of the body. Now let's do Trigonometry Stretch. Relax our hands. Let's come to our Tadasana Pose. I'll step back this time so you can see my feet, hopefully. Let me adjust my camera. Pardon me. Okay, so now preparing for our Trigonometry Stretch. As you take your arms at the height of your shoulders, step your feet about the level of your hips. There's a lot of variations. You can choose whatever variation suits you best. You can start with the feet facing knee. You can turn the right foot out because we'll start on the right side. Those are some of the common variations for a Trigonasana. As you're here, be very active in your feet, reaching the arms away from the body, relaxing the shoulder blades down the arms. As you exhale, lean the body to the right. The movement comes from the waist, and you can look up towards your hand if you're ready. And then inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left, center. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And then exhale, right. And we pause here. Now, when you're working at looking towards your hand, I want you to start by looking at the floor, looking at the middle of the floor, looking at the base of the wall, looking at the wall, looking at the top portion of the wall where the wall meets the ceiling and hand, all while breathing. And thinking about keeping the hips forward, extending the head away from the trunk, pressing into both feet. And then when you inhale, we return to vertical. We take a pause, a big breath, a big smile, and then we lean to the left. And same rules apply. When you're ready to look up, you just gradually take your head towards your hand, push it into both feet equally, reaching the head away from the tailbone. And then our next inhale, we come up. We step the feet together. And we reach the hands towards the floor for our Tadasana Pose once more. Get a very good sense of how long your spine is, on the energy, and how does your body feel. Make friends with your body. Love your body as well as yourself. Now we turn to face the top of our mat, whether it's to your right or to your left, just to the top of your mat. And as you step to the top of your mat, let's do a little bit of Ookatasana. As we do our Ookatasana, there's a lot of different variation for Ookatasana. If you have issues with the knees, and you think that stepping your feet up slightly apart for your hips, about the level of your hips, then that is perfectly fine. If you're okay with taping your feet together, that's well too. But I encourage you just to step your feet at least 2 to 3 inches apart. Better for the knees, better for the pose. As you're here, we get a sense of our Tadasana Pose. We can have our hands on our hips. As we exhale, we bend the knees, reach the hands forward of the chest, then up. Then straighten the arms, inhaling. Exhale, bend the knees, reach the arms forward and up. Hips back. Then straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, sit back on our exhale for Ookatasana, chair pose. Straight arms, straight legs, Tadasana. Inhale. Bend the knees on the exhale for Ookatasana. And then straightening the arms, straighten the legs for Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we set down into our Tadasana by bending our knees. And we be here. Take an extra breath. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you look up to your hands. Or maybe just look forward. And then we inhale, Tadasana Pose. Next thing, let's go ahead and do a little bit more forward and backward bending. When you're forward and backward bending, be very cautious of if you have hypertension, by having your head below your heart. If you have issues with the spine, be very cautious of what's going on here. Now, when we do our Hastasana, step your feet as wide as your hips. When you fold forward, you want the bend to come directly from the waist as you fold forward. If you are tight in your hamstring, I encourage you to bend your knees, push your hips back, and still continuously fold forward. And then you will work on the movement of going down till your hands touch the floor and relaxing the head. When you're ready to get to a point where you straighten your legs, then and it's not so tight and uncomfortable, then you go to that level. So let's try. We stand our feet at hip width apart. We take our hands on front of our thighs. We inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, we can bend our knees, we can straighten our knees as we fold forward, come halfway down. Take a inhale, and then exhale all the way down till the hands are adjacent to the feet. Let the head relax. As you're here, take an inhale. Lift the chest slightly. Lift the head. Exhale. Relax the chest. Relax the head. Inhale. Lift the chest. Lift the head. Hips back. And then exhale. Relax the head. Relax the chest. One more time. Inhale. Lift the chest. Lift the head. No strain on the neck. And then exhale. Maximum bend. Push your hips back. Make sure you feel equal weight in both feet. Lengthening out the spine. And then inhale, halfway up. Exhale, pause. And then inhale, press into our feet. Raise our arms, come straight up. And then we lower our hands to Tadasana. How did you do? Right? Okay, so let's also proceed to the floor. As we proceed to the floor, extend your feet out to our Dasana Pose. And we bring our hands behind our hips with our fingers facing our feet. Adjacent to your hips, with your fingers facing your feet. As you're here, get a sense of lifting the spine. Spine, spine, spine. I always talk about spine. It is very important. Lift the chest, reach the head towards the top of the ceiling. As you're here, maybe you shift your chest right to left to kind of figure out what's going on in our spine here. Now pause in the middle, get that really good sense of lift in our spine. And then relax it by walking your hands back first, behind your hips, spreading your feet or your legs as wide as your hips, and then letting your head relax. Don't strain the neck. Keep the spine long, even in this angle, by the base of the shoulder blades coming forward. Chin tucked slowly into the chest, bringing the hands adjacent to the waist, closing the legs lastly. Bending your left knee towards your chest, placing the sole of the foot towards the chest. Interlace the fingers, connecting to the top of the thigh, and just pull the thigh, keeping the foot firmly on the floor. Pull the thigh towards the belly and the chest, and just shift your waist right to left. Just getting a feel of our spine, of what's going on our hips. Make sure this knee is completely vertical. Then release that leg. And we bend the right knee towards the chest, interlace the fingers, place it on top of the thigh or in front of the knee, Keeping the head and the spine lengthened. Shifting the waist right to left, breathing, inhaling and exhaling out of the nose. And then releasing that foot. So let's do Tadasana, which is forward bending pose. A lot of times, just take a relaxation posture. A lot of times when we do our forward bending poses, you have to really be aware of spinal problems here, especially at the base of the lumbar. Herniated disc can also be a problem here. Vast majority of times, people, when they fold forward, they don't keep their spine long. They round it and they're hunched over so that when they do fold over, it causes more problems in the pose, and the pose is not going to be very effective for you. So always be very mindful of your spine when you fold forward or any asana. So while you're here, you reach the legs forward. Keep the chest lifted. Now, if your hamstrings are too tight, bend the knees. And then you work the pose by folding forward halfway and looking towards your toes. And then eventually you'll get to a point where you straighten the legs. So, but we're gentle with ourselves. And sometimes it's very, very hard to do when we see, other people looking around. If we're in studio class and we see somebody doing the pose. So let's start with our Paschimotto Tadasana, forward bending pose. Extending the hands up towards the sky on our inhale. As we exhale, we fold forward halfway, reaching the hands past the toes. Halfway. Then inhale, lift up a little bit. And then exhale, fold forward, keeping your spine as long as possible. If you can, reach for the outer heels and relax the head. Inhale, come halfway up, reaching the hands behind the toes. Pause, and then inhale completely forward, lifting the chest, reaching up, and then exhale, arms just side of the body. I have a lot of wall here, so excuse me for that. So let's try that once more. Be aware and cautious of the tips that I gave you to increase, to make the posture better so that it serves you. So let's try again once more. Inhale, extend the arms up towards the sky. Maybe you look up. Then exhale, forward fold, reaching the hands past the feet. Halfway up. And then exhale, we fold forward. Lengthening the spine by reaching the head towards the feet and then relaxing that top of the head towards the knees. Maybe you shift your waist or your chest right to left. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, lengthen the spine once more. Exhale, relaxing the posture as much as possible. Our next inhale, we free the feet. We come halfway up, reaching the fingers past the toes. Pause. And then inhale once more. And then exhale, lowering the hands beside the body. How did you do? Great. It's beautiful. Now let's practice our Dasana Pose or our Hero's Pose or Thunderbolt Pose. Some traditional names, or Thunderbolt Pose rather. We're going to shift our body weight to our left, bend our right knee back. Roll your hip or your butt, your tailbone on top of your heels. Shift the weight to your right side, then fold left side. You can spread your knees slightly apart, or they can be a little bit closer together. I recommend slightly apart, but not too wide. Now, as you're here, sometimes this feels like torture for some people because of knees a lot of times, or just not the flexibility to be able to sit on your heels. And that is perfectly okay, very common. So you can also take, I don't have one now, a pillow to put underneath your tailbone. You can put it in between your thighs and lift your hips high as possible, or even little towels underneath the knees to give some space in between the knees. Quite helpful in developing the Dasana. As you're here, think about, of course, let's take our thumb on the right hand, place it under the chin, lift our chin until we feel our facial muscles relax. Then relax the shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders where the deltoids are, down the back. Interlace your fingers so that the left thumb is over the right, and relax your elbows on the side of the body. Take a breath here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep that length. Can you relax? Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale. Can you relax? One more. Inhale. We inhale together. And we exhale together. Take your hands, bring them behind the neck at the base of the skull. Squeeze the elbows towards the face. Inhale, reach the arms up. Push the base of the shoulder blades forward. Let the head relax in the hands. And then relax. Relaxing the shoulder blades down the back, reaching the elbows forward. Then inhale, Reach the elbows towards the ceiling and back, letting the head go into the hands. And then our exhale, we relax and the elbows come forward. One more time. Inhale, reaching the elbows towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we relax. And we bring our hands down to the top of our thighs. Now place your hands in front of your knees. Step your knees back so that they're in the level of your hips. Try to ensure that your hips are kind of over your knees so that you form a 90-degree angle. Your hands are roughly underneath your shoulders and about shoulder width or wider. Turn your wrists slightly out to protect the wrist and untuck the top of the toes so that the top of the toes meet your mat. As you inhale, relax the waist, look up. We exhale and we push the shoulder blades towards the sky without tucking the tailbone and the chin to the chest. Inhale, the belly relax, looking up, and then exhale. Shoulder blades to the sky. Inhale, relax the waist, look up, don't strain the neck. And then exhale, push the shoulder blades to the sky. And then inhale, pause. Now walk your feet back so that you come completely to your belly with your forearms on the mat. As your forearms are on your mat, this is just a variation of Cobra Pose or Bhujangasana. As we're here, place the palms so that they connect to the mat. Spread your feet slightly apart. Press into your hands, press into the base of your forearm, and shift your waist right to left. Keep the hips heavy, like you feel that your lower torso is connected to the floor. We're just making some little adjustments to our spine. Now pause in the middle. As you pause in the middle, we extend our hands forward and just lift the chest from this angle. And then we lower the elbows on the exhale. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach your chest up. Then exhale, elbows tap the floor. Inhale, extend the arms, straighten the arms if you can. And then exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, straighten the arms. Pause. Relax the shoulder blades. Be here. And then exhale. Lower. And we come into our Ookatasana pose, whether that's your hands are underneath your chin and the fingers are attached to your face, or the tops of the fingers are connected to the shoulder blades, or the head is on the top of the hands. You can choose. I choose, for me today, I'm going to choose the one that you have the palms on the soles of the chin and the fingers attached to the face. As I'm here, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to inhale into my nose, and I'm going to exhale and see if I can relax a little bit more in this posture. I'm going to inhale in through my nose and exhale out of my nose. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Now, completely rest your chest on the floor. As you rest your chest on the floor, we'll do Shalabhasana breathing. This time, just keep your hands forward of the chest. And as you, it'll be alternate, right and left, extending from, I'm sorry, lots of words today. Extending the arms forward, and then we'll move the right arm and the left leg on our inhale. So as we inhale, we raise the right arm, the left leg, point that toe, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left, point that toe. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. And exhale, relax. Bring your hands on the base of your back with the thumbs facing each other and the fingers facing the floor. Reach your elbows back, and on your inhale, you will lift your chest, keep your legs relaxed. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower. Then last time, inhale, pause, reach the elbows back. And then exhale, you lower. Choose your favorite Ookatasana pose. And completely relax the legs. Relax the shoulder blades away from the ears. Release any tension of the neck. Take a minute here to feel what is going on with your back. To feel if your back muscles feel a little stronger. Do they feel a little more freer? Do they feel a little bit more open? Even take that sense of stretch and activation of the back muscles to see what type of effect it may have had on the top of the hips. Think about the openness of the chest. And even think about your neck. And if there's any tension, let all of that go. When you're ready, roll onto your back. As you roll onto your back, extend your fingers, place your palms on the side of the body, close your eyes. Take a minute to lengthen out your spine, make some adjustments to your body, to your posture. Of course, I'm going to adjust this camera so you can see me more clearly. As you're here on your back, spread your feet as wide as your hips. Wiggle the toes a couple of times. Wiggle the fingers a little bit. Now stretch the fingers away from the body, stretch the toes, pointing the toes, and then flexing the feet towards the ceiling. Pointing the toes and flexing the feet towards the ceiling. One more time, pointing the toes and flexing the feet towards the ceiling. Now we're going to practice breathing by raising the legs up and down. So we place the hands on the sole of the sides of the body on the floor. That can be variation number 1. Variation number 2, you can extend the hands behind the head, letting the palms face forward. You can choose I recommend if you're just starting this practice, think about the palms connected to the floor. As you're here, you inhale, flexing the foot, the right leg, extending it to the sky. Then exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Right side, sorry. Exhale, lower. Let's do the left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, lower. Left side one more time. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Right side. Inhale, lift, pause. Now, as you're here, breathe, of course. I want you to think about where your leg is in relationship to your hips. I don't want your leg closer to your chest. I want it more in line with the hips, with the foot flex. If this is tight, your hamstring muscle, bend your knee and flex your foot more towards the ceiling like you're trying to push on the gas of a car, or even bring it down lower and push your foot away like you're in Ookatasana. Extend your foot back, flex, 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 and then lower that right leg. Inhale, left side, flex, push the heel towards the ceiling, pause, think about the alignment of your leg, and then lower. Now we're going to do both legs this time, keeping the hands placed on the side of your body or your hands behind your head. I'm going to go to level 2, or my other variation, which is hand behind the head. And then on my next inhale, I bring my feet closer together this time, and then raise the feet to the level of my hips. And then I exhale to release. Inhale, extend both feet to the sky. Then exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. We got 1 more. Inhale, pause, be here. Feel those abdomen muscles. Feel the muscles below the belly button. And then exhale, we lower. And then arms come in front of the body on the sides of the palms. Bend the knees, pretty please. Take the feet as wide as your hips with the feet facing forward. Bend your elbows, bend your arms with the base of the elbows connect with the floor. Push into the back of your forearms, or the back of your upper arm. And as you push into that arm, reach your head away from your tailbone, keeping your feet firmly planted in the floor with your hips and back on the floor. Reach the head away from the spine. Keep pressing into the base of the upper arm. Relax that. And then place your hands on the side of the floor adjacent to your feet for a little Shalabhasana breathing or bridge pose. I always like to do bridge pose because it is very good for the spine and also helping to release the spine and helping with the hips. All beautiful, wonderful things. Press it to both feet equally. Make sure your knees face the ceiling, and making sure that your knee, when you come up, that your knee does not go past your toes. So on our next inhale, we press into our hands, push into our feet equally, lift our hips until we feel our glutes turn on. And then we exhale, we lower. We inhale, lift the hips. And then we exhale, we lower. Last one. Inhale, lift, pause, knee here, and then exhale, we lower. Completely relax, extending our arms and our legs, closing your eyes, flipping the palms into our Relaxation Shavasana. As you're here, inhale deeply into the nose. Exhale, relax the legs. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine. Inhale, breathe into your chest. Exhale, relax the space behind your heart. Inhale, lengthening out the arms, relaxing the palms. Exhale, relaxing the shoulder blades. Inhale, feel the back of the skull. Exhale, relax the facial muscles. Relax the tongue, relax the teeth. Inhale, feel the body lengthen. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then exhale, expand the body. Expand the chest. And be here. Start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the hands, bringing life back into the body. Take a full body stretch by bringing your legs closer together, reaching your hands behind your head, stretching the fingers away from the toes. Roll onto your side, facing the camera. Bringing your arm on the side of your head as a pillow. Taking a minute to pause. And then come into your seated position. Your seated meditation position to close out our practice. Your palms connect for Namaskar mantra or Namaskar position here, relaxing the elbows. We close our eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Om. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu. Ma Kachit Dukha Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Lean the chest back. Then exhale, bring the head to the ground or to the floor. Thanking the teachers, the people in your life. Raise the chest on your inhale. Bring the palms in front of the body, rub them together, make them really, really warm. One last massage on your face with a smile. Chin, neck, top of the shoulders. Palms come to the top of the thighs. Slightly drop the chin. Open the highs with the, bringing the hands, to connect to the palms. Thumb to the center. My name is Sharonda. I thank you with all of my heart and all of my being for coming into my class. May your day be blessed and your footsteps divine. Namaste.